Okay, so in our last video, we created a EC2 instance that we're going to install the Elastic agent on. So I'm going to it's been created, it's been initialized, and so now I'm just going to SSH in. So here I have terminal open. Well, actually, iTerm. So I'm going to just go SSH. And again, because as a part of the process of creating this EC2 instance in our Terraform code, we specified that we're going to use a my public key from my SSH key pair that I have here on my Mac. I'm just going to do SSH EC2 use-user, and then the IP address 29.49.4. Yes. I'm going to type password for my key. So now we're in. So we know now, okay, we do have an EC2 instance that we can connect to. Let's go ahead, follow these steps here to get logs going in from this EC2 instance into Elastic. So, all right, so we have an Elastic Cloud instance. I just, in one of my previous videos, as I said before, we created a Elastic Cloud instance, and we have Elasticsearch installed there. We have Kibana. We have Kibana User with all privileges. We should have an Elastic integration server. So let's just verify. Okay, do we have Kibana? So let's go to manage. We should have a Kibana server. Instance. Yeah, so we have an integration server, and we have Kibana. All right, and this is probably like the smallest instance that or deployment that we need in order to get this POC running. So let's open Kibana. Let's go back to our instructions because you want to make sure to RTFM, read the instructions. So first step we're going to do is we're going to add the Elastic agent system integration. Now, what is that? It is an integration which will, at least my read of it, it'll take this Elastic agent that we're installing on our EC2 instance, take the data, forward it back, and it should allow us to monitor the host logs and metrics. All right, so again, we're just going to follow these instructions. So we're going to go to the Kibana homepage and click Add Integrations. So here we are. We're in Kibana. We're going to say Add Integrations. And here I'm just going to search for system, right? As soon as this is done. Okay, I'm going to search for system. Right, so this is the one we want, system, right? So we found it, and add system. And here it says you can configure an integration name and optionally add a description. We had to make sure that collect logs from system instances and collect metrics from systems instances are turned on. So we're going to, I'm going to close this. So I'm going to choose this. I'm going to go add system. Okay. So let's do add the Elastic agent. So we're going to choose Linux tar. So I'm going to copy that. Let's try this here. Now, fingers crossed, we've got all of the things needed to get this working. So, looks like it is downloading what it needs. It's a good sign. I hit yes here to install it in that location. It's been installed. Now, you see how it's installed it. It's already confirming that it's been enrolled. Let's add the integration. Okay. So let's go back to our instructions, right? So want to make sure that collect logs from system instances and collect metrics. So let's see if this is where, okay, yeah, this is where we want to make sure that we're, okay. Since we're using a Unix box, we probably don't need that Windows event log, but I'm just going to choose to, I'm just going to go ahead and choose to stay with the defaults. So here, let's go back to the instructions. So we have these two settings set. Okay, we did expand the configuration section, verify the system's correct from your host. Okay, what does this say here? If you're deploying Elastic, okay, so we're not doing Mac OS, so we're gonna skip that step right there. Click Save and Continue. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna click Confirm incoming data. So it looks like it is getting some data in. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so we're getting data from this EC2, and see how easy it was? Now, I find that like these really simple use cases are really easy, and it's meant to be easy because it wants to show you want to get up and running as quickly as you can. But I'm sure in the course of this next year, we're going to do a lot more complex things here in Elastic. So let's go back to this. Make sure that we have followed all of our steps. All right. Some of this is not exactly, doesn't exactly follow this wizard that we went through, right? So this post is a little dated. I'm going to go through this same process again and update my blog post with what we went through. And you know, these things change, but for the purposes of this video, we've gone through, we've taken our EC2 instance, we installed the agent, we've got some data coming into Elastic. So let's click this View Assets button. See where it takes us. So that's working. So we have we've for the most part we've gone through. Okay, so here in terms of the instructions, we've bypassed all the steps to get the agent installed. So now we're just going through and we're going to look for a dashboard related to Linux or Unix, right? So it took us back here. So data streams, I'm sure there's got to be a, let's go to assets to see. Let's look at this one. Okay. So this takes us to a dashboard called Metric System Host Overview, and it should have information about our EC2 instance that we just created. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this is data that we're ingesting now, and this is just the single EC2 instance. Okay. All right. In our next video, we'll kind of lay out a roadmap. This was just a real simple proof of concept. Can we quickly get Elastic up and running? Can we install an Elastic agent? Can we get some data in? The answer is yes. So in the grand scheme of things, this is just really just the first baby step in our road becoming a threat hunter, because where do we need to go? We need to start looking at a couple of things that I'm really interested in is as I put my roadmap together in this journey. One is I'm going to use this EC2 instance and this integration to start pulling in credential data from Okta. So in subsequent videos, we're gonna get a I'm gonna get an Okta developer environment set up using my GitHub account, because it's really easy to set up an Okta developer account, and we're going to use this agent and the default integration for Okta, and we're going to pull in Okta integration logs. So if you found this two-part series and kind of the direction we're going to be in line with what you're interested in, stay tuned for my next video. Click here to get my latest video on the left, and I look forward to collaborating with you over the next year as I try to become a better threat hunter. Thank you.